Now, people say that they claim to be this, that, left, and right. You know, this, that, and the third. Left, right, forward, up, down, straight, backwards. Um, you know, they claim to be grown. They claim to be this and that. They claim to be whoop-de-woo. And but their actions, they show completely different. You know, they show completely 100% different. And it goes to show you, you know, some people claim to be grown, but they act like a freaking child. You know, I dealt with that actually earlier today. It was not that it was unpleasant. It was just like, bro, like, what was the point of you even trying to set something up if you weren't even going to be serious about it? You know, you turn around and say, you turn around and say that you were just joking and that wasn't that serious. But me, once you take advantage of my time and you just waste it like that, at that point, there's no going back, because the best future prediction for behavior is past behavior. You know, the best future behavior prediction is to look at their past behavior. So if they're sitting here acting like a fool, doing this, that, and the third, acting like a child, you know, later on, you know, if I were to get in a relationship with somebody like that, you know, even if I had straightened them out in that time, you know, who's to say that they wouldn't revert back to how they was just being later on? You know, they start acting like a child again. Next thing you know, I'm going to end up saying things that I regret saying, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, people got to stop claiming to be grown. They got to stop claiming to be a Crip or a Blood or whatever the case may be when they're not, you know. I'll use another example is if y'all ever seen on freaking Scared Straight, you know, one time, I can't remember exactly which episode it was, but there was this kid that was claiming to be a Blood. And the security guards picked him up and put him up to the door where there was a blood ad or something like that. I can't remember. He was on the other side of the door, but there was a little hatch on the door that was open, and the dude on the other side of the door reached through to grab the kid, and he was screaming. The kid was screaming and crying because he was shook. You know, he was claiming blood, this, that, and the third. But when it came time to actually meet a real blood, he was scared. You know, he wasn't about it. You know, he was a freaking kid. You know, he was claiming this, that, and the third, but he wasn't really about it. And honestly, it is shocking to me to see how a grown person could act like that. A grown person who claims to be a grown person turn around and just act like a complete child. Well, guess what? I hope you crying. I hope you. I'm not even gonna say the rest of what I'm gonna say, man. I don't want to get bananaed off of here, dude. I am going to be upset. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. You know, honestly, you know, you would think it would have made me upset that happened, but it didn't. It didn't. It was actually fairly entertaining for me for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just too tired to care about it. Maybe I'm just too tired to not give a single freak. You know. At the end of the day, it was entertaining. You know, I took satisfaction in it, honestly. And sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Some of the hard things that you got to do in life, you got to take satisfaction in, you know, because then people, they wasted your time. You got to take satisfaction in cutting them off and moving on. Even though it might be somebody that you're really interested in, they waste your time. You got to take that satisfaction and cut them off, you know. That's what you got to do. So yeah, man, people claim to be this, that, and the third. And you're always going to run into somebody who claims to do this, claims to do that. They claim to be Captain Whoop-de-Woo, Saber, you know what. But at the end of the day, they're not. You know, it could be male, it could be female, it could be other things that I'm not going to say. Yeah, man, anywhere you go in life, there's going to be people like that. So with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and end the topic right there. Bring the comments back up real quick. If y'all got anything that y'all want to say pertaining to this episode, y'all can drop it down there in the comments below. If not, if y'all want me to stick around any longer, man, I'm going to need to see 20 roses in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. What's good? Brookie Campbell. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. If I'm not mistaken, was you... I think I seen you on my other account. Or am I tripping? I might be tripping. I don't know. I probably am. I might have just seen you in this live before. But yeah, man. Let me see. There might have been anything else. Yes, and I'm back. Yeah. You back. I won't be back on my main account, sadly, until the 4th because I got bananaed because somebody decided to report me for identifying somebody with what they identify as Apparently, you can't even do that anymore. But anyways, man, I'm not seeing no more comments. I'm not seeing any roses. That's cool too. You know, it don't matter to me. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. It ain't your fault. There's nothing I can do about it. Honestly, I'm not even really tripping about it. It kind of gave me a chance to go live on YouTube by myself, you know, just to kind of get a little bit of a feel for that. Yeah, man.